Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, a survivor shares her story as Cadillac honors Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The hospital emphasizing early detection and genetic risk factors. Plus, Yakima's airport director announces his retirement. What factors led to his decision? And after a juvenile was believed to have threatened violence at Kamiakin High School, we'll tell you about an event the district is hosting in response. Also, meteorologist Hayden Nix is in for Stacy Lee tonight. Will shower chances decrease as we head into the weekend? The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for Apple Valley News Now live at 6. I'm Wendy Redman. Austin is off. First at 6, Congressman Dan Newhouse spoke with local farmers today to learn why many are switching from growing hops and apples to hemp. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us why farmers are making the switch and what they are asking of their representative.
Central Washington is known for being a leader in agriculture, and one plant is starting to grow in popularity. That plant is hemp, and Washington District 4 Representative Dan Newhouse met with farmers in Sunnyside and Grandview to talk about the crop. The past few years have been especially hard on many local farmers, with apple and hop sales on the decline. As a result, many farmers have turned to hemp to make up for lost revenue.
And so we're just trying to diversify and find something that can sustain, our family and, keep doing what I love to do, which is farming. So.
Many local farms are growing hemp to be used for pharmaceutical and health purposes, which falls under current federal regulations. But farmers are asking Congressman Newhouse to change language in the House Agriculture Appropriation Bill, which is set to restrict hemp and its products. The congressman says he supports making a change.
Absolutely. There's work going on right now to clarify, to make sure that the words say what we want them to say, what we mean for them to say, so that, like I said, that the industry can continue to grow and thrive.
But with the government expected to stay shut down for the weekend, changes to the appropriations bill will have to wait until the government shutdown is over.
It seems pretty simple that we should just make sure we can reopen, get things back to normal, and then continue the process of getting the appropriation bills done. I think we owe that to the American people.
Those against the changes to the bill argue that the current regulations are too loose on hemp growers and that products with any level of THC should be banned. Critics also want to close a loophole that allows hemp growers to create intoxicating products without facing taxes and restrictions that apply to marijuana. Reporting from Sunnyside, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
A change to the bill's language already passed in the Senate and will be discussed by the House, again, once that government is back up and running. Turning our attention to weather now as we get ready to plan for our weekend, we have meteorologist Hayden Nix joining us now in for Stacy Lee. He has the very latest on how long we'll see dry conditions.
Well, we finally made it to Friday. And we are heading into some much more settled conditions, although we're still going to be battling a little bit of haziness out there, although it has started to clear up in the Tri-Cities area. But so far, tracking very dry conditions. Even some of those showers that we did have earlier in the Blues will have come to an end. Now, for this evening, we do expect to still see a few subtle showers, but it's mainly going to be more focused to the Cascades region. And we'll be watching drier conditions settle in for the majority of the overnight hours for much of the area that you see on here. Planning your evening, we've got readings in the 60s by 6 o'clock, upper 50s to mid 50s by 10 p.m. For all tonight, we will have those temperatures dropping down into the 40s. Some locations, especially near White Pass, could be flirting with some frost-like conditions. And we'll have to watch that closely going into this weekend, especially into Sunday night and Monday. A new front comes in. We could be seeing our first hard freeze being issued. Of course, we'll be watching that and talking more about it coming up.
Hayden, thank you. Yakima's airport director just announced his retirement, citing frustration with city leadership. Robert Hodgman is retiring from his position October 31st. He says he did not make this decision lightly, but has been planning his departure for a while now, saying it's the result of a difficult work environment created by a lack of support from Yakima city leadership. Hodgman says he's been trying to work on improving the Yakima airport for a long time, but the support for those efforts just isn't there.
It just became obvious that the work that I'm trying to do here is not fully supported, and so things all kind of came to a head at the same time, and it became the only real option I had, which was to submit my retirement.
Hodgman says he doesn't want to leave the position he loves, but again, the work environment just became too difficult for him. However, despite the challenges, Hodgman says good progress has been made on many projects. A spokesperson with the city of Yakima tells us they are focused on the future of the airport and looking to build its momentum. They will begin the search for a new airport director in the next few days. Kennewick School District will host a safety summit at the Kamiakin High School Library Tuesday, October 7th. The meeting comes after a 14-year-old Kamiakin High School student allegedly made a credible threat on social media. Authorities say they found videos, a manifesto, and a color-coded map of the school indicating a shooting plot was underway. The Safety Summit is designed to bring families together, as well as district staff, local law enforcement, and community partners for an open and moderated discussion on school safety. That meeting starts at 6 p.m. You are encouraged to submit any questions in advance. A big water storage project could be coming to the Yakima Basin. It's all part of a long-term plan to help both farms and fish. The Springwood Ranch site just outside Ellensburg has been bought through a team effort between the state and several conservation groups. Right now, a multi-million-dollar feasibility study is looking at how a reservoir could be built there. That includes studying the geology and different options for the size of the project. It's all part of the basin-wide integrated plan that involves irrigation districts, state and federal agencies, as well as conservation organizations.
There's not going to be enough water with natural flows to fulfill even the oldest, to completely fill even the oldest water rights in the basin. So that's why storage is more important than ever, and trying to do new water storage in a way that's helpful for fish.
He went on to say the study should take about another year to finish. After that, the focus will shift to funding and permitting before any actual construction can get started. This October, a flag once again rises above Cadleck Regional Medical Center to mark Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It honors survivors, remembers lives lost, and this year it's also about educating families on genetic risk factors. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen has more on the link between breast cancer and the BRCA gene.
For more than 20 years, Cadleck has raised this pink flag in Richland. It's a symbol of hope and a call to action for early detection. For survivor Jenna Bogard, that message is deeply personal.
I was diagnosed in April after a little over 2.5 years of seeking help to figure out what was wrong and what this lump was that I had in my breast. It kept presenting as mastitis.
Doctors say that picture often begins with a gene, known as the breast cancer gene, or BRCA.
Mutations in BRCA1 or 2 can affect the DNA repair process, which means as our cells grow and divide, their DNA is continuously replicated. And if that process isn't repaired by a good enzyme, then cancer can form.
BRCA testing can be life-saving, especially for families with a history of breast or ovarian cancer.
If you had a sister who was diagnosed with breast cancer in her 40s, or somebody with a particularly aggressive breast cancer, all of these things are potentially signs that a breast cancer gene mutation may be present in your family.
Dr. Rohrg says the strongest links are those in your immediate family. For Jenna, knowing her risks and having support made all the difference.
I'm still going through it, so I still have more time here at Cadleck with Dr. Drosh and his team. I would encourage anyone, go get your mammogram, go get checked.
As the flag rises again this year, Cadleck leaders say it's more than tradition. It's a reminder that awareness, screenings, and genetic testing can help save lives. From flagpoles to family histories, the message is clear. Understanding your genetic risk is key to early detection. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
If you are interested in learning more about BRCA testing or breast cancer screenings, Kadlec offers genetic counseling and mammography services year-round. Health experts stress the sooner you know your risk, the sooner you can take action. Still ahead here on Apple Valley News Now live at 6, we'll tell you all about a nonprofit that's turning basic services into a special event. And Hayden is coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast as we leave you with this look from Kennewick as we get ready to head into the weekend.
It's a 48-hour flash sale today through Sunday at Walker's Furniture, where every item is marked down an additional 20% off already low prices. Or take advantage of 5 years no interest financing with no money down.
Beautiful bedroom sets 20% off. All sofas, love seats, and sectionals 20% off. And all dining sets 20% off.
It's a flash sale you can't afford to miss. This Wednesday through Sunday at Walker's.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
Roll into some serious cash this October at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. $50,000 is up for grabs for every winner. Roll the dice to reveal your poker hand, hit a royal flush, and win $50,000 cash every Friday and Saturday. No royal flush? No problem. Every hand wins cash or free play. Then join us Saturday, November 1st for not 1 but 2 grand prize drawings with 6 winners. Come roll for the Royal at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, celebrating 3 decades of fun.
Family history and lifestyle are a big risk for breast cancer. Exercise, eating right, and a good night's sleep could prevent it. Check AppleValleyNewsNow.com for more.
Prosser Memorial Health, now scheduling mammograms with your health and safety in mind. This is how we care.
Furniture legs can scar your floors, costing you a lot of cash. Now there's Ruby Sliders, the new chair leg covers that protect your floors, prevent scratching, and slide with ease without all the noise. They fit snugly on both size legs and glide across any floor. Now you can move even your largest furniture with no effort at all. Regular felt gets worn and easily falls off, but Ruby Sliders feature an ultra-tight nano-weave material attached with an industrial-strength adhesive to the cover, so they're built to last. Plus, they're ultra flexible and conform to most sizes. They'll protect any kind of floor, from hardwood, laminate, ceramic tile, and more. Call or go online now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping. That's right, free shipping. This offer is not available on Amazon, so order now.
Call 1-800-701-0426 or visit rubysliders.com. So call 1-800-701-0426 now.
First Alert Weather Radar, sponsored by Idaho Central Credit Union.
Welcome back, everybody. A local nonprofit is taking a hands-on approach to help people experiencing homelessness in the Tri-Cities area. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert shows us how one organization is helping folks get a fresh start.
Sent to Serve has been helping the Tri-Cities community for nearly 8 years, offering everything from clothing and food to hygiene supplies. But 2 years ago, they partnered with Central Church in Richland to launch mobile shower services, bringing trailers and showers and supplies directly to those in need.
We have a lot of people there. Rebecca she described it as a yard sale, street fair. There's kids and dogs and people all over the place. And we do showers, and we've got some stylists coming for hair. It's going to be a good day.
The group also serves food at every event, sometimes helping entire families who show up looking for support.
We serve anywhere from 50 to 100 people food at that time. We're serving families. We have moms with babies in cars.
Officials at Send to Serve tell me that they hold these kinds of events 1 to 2 times a month. However, officials tell me that these events really highlight the growing issue of homelessness here in the Tri-Cities community.
I started serving 40 people on the street. I'm between 150, 160 every Sunday. There's no housing out there. There's no low barrier shelters for our people. Last winter, 4 of my people had their toes froze off, and they're still out there. I see people die.
Carol says it's not uncommon to worry about people they serve, especially when someone doesn't show up for a while.
We don't see them for a couple of weeks. It's not uncommon that I could be yelling over a crowd, okay, Chris didn't show today. You know, somebody give me some feedback.
For many, just being able to take a shower and connect with others can make a huge difference.
That you feel more human, like you can take on the world. And everyone deserves to be treated like they're human.
Organizers say these events give people a chance to feel dignity and connect with others. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Tomorrow's event runs from noon until 4 at First Lutheran Church in Kennewick. Sent to Serve says they're always welcoming new volunteers to help with their outreach. It's been 1 year since the Tri-Cities Food Co-op opened its doors, bringing locally sourced foods straight from farmers and vendors to families here at home. The Richland-based store is celebrating that milestone with a month-long series of events showcasing fresh produce, baked goods, and other local favorites. Leaders say the co-op model gives the community more control over where their food comes from while supporting local growers and small businesses.
Marking a year means a lot for us because it's not just a time to reflect on what we've grown, but really a time to think into the future and imagine what we can grow and co-create together.
The co-op now has hundreds of members who help guide its direction, and organizers say they're focused on growing while staying true to their mission of keeping food local. The Food Co-op says its next step is expanding selection and member engagement as they look toward year 2. The Kennewick and Richland High School football teams faced off in their rivalry game Thursday night. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable was on the sidelines for one of the biggest games of the season.
A rivalry that started all the way back in 1912. Kennewick versus Richland is one of the oldest high school football rivalries in Washington. Earlier in the week, I had the chance to talk with Mike Neidholt, a former head coach and player at Richland, who has over 30 years of experience in this rivalry. He remembers the wins and losses as if they were yesterday.
We came back and tied the game and went for 2 to win it. We got it. And then with like 5 seconds to go in the game, they ran all hook and ladder and won. Took it right out of our hands. And so Randy, if you're watching, thanks for that.
And in Thursday night's game, Kennewick head coach Randy Affolter again got the last laugh.
I thought our kids played a great game tonight. I mean, everything that we taught them all in a short week, they did. A short week to prepare for a team that likes to put the ball in the air a lot, but I thought our kids did a heck of a job tonight.
2 undefeated teams entered, only 1 left, and that was Kennewick, led by their rushing performance and their great defense. In the 21-7 victory, all 3 of Kennewick's touchdowns came on the ground, 2 of which coming from quarterback Dominic Driver.
I think we got in a rhythm with it, and so once we got in a rhythm with it, we kind of kept with it, and stuff. But we have it in our package, and like anything, once you get hot on something, you want to stay hot.
The win for the Lions makes it 7 straight against the Bombers. However, Richland does hold the upper hand all time with 53 wins compared to Kennewick's 38. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Looks like an exciting game there. Kennewick now gets ready to take on Walla Walla next week, and Richland prepares for Sageview.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, as we head into this weekend, drier weather will start to become more the main theme of the forecast, but we're not quite done with those rain chances just yet. Of course, it will become more region-specific, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment, but there is a subtle rain chance in there for Saturday. Then more of a widespread dry end note on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, but then as we continue towards the middle and latter part of next week, we start to see an uptick in those rain chances once more as yet another system starts to move into the Pacific Northwest. We'll break that down for you in just a moment. But for tonight's rain chances, mostly dry conditions, especially from the Columbia Basin, the Blues, and also very low in rain chances for the valleys. The best rain chances in the Cascades, of course, as we see a little bit more moisture lifting up along the higher elevations there. Saturday, same story, great rain chances for the Cascades. We start to see that trimming down to 10 to 20% as we go into the Blues, and also less than 10% for the valleys. And then on Sunday, less than 10% for most of what you see there across the board. Let's talk about that weather pattern, shall we, though, because as I mentioned, we are going to still see a little bit of moisture activity for tonight. So putting this into motion, you'll see a little bit of that support. There's a weak boundary that will kind of come in and at least allow for some uplift along the higher elevations of the Cascades for tonight. But as we see a little bit more support, it's subtle, but there may be enough moisture outside of just some cloud cover for some of this to squeeze out as a few raindrops, especially along the Washington-Oregon state line and there just southward, hence the smaller rain chances in for Saturday. Then as we continue to move into Saturday evening, we'll still allow for this pattern to set up for some moisture involvement then. And then we'll have a transition phase as we go into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Big ridge of high pressure coming in from Canada, which will allow for us to see more of a settled weather pattern coming in for the start of the week. But as we navigate towards Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we will begin to see another frontal boundary moving in onshore into Canada, then eventually working its way southward into areas of Washington. So we'll be watching that closely. Back to the top of the forecast for tonight, those temperatures are going to be in the 40s for most locations, mid to upper 40s for all of the valley. Then if you go into higher elevations, we are going to see some of these cooler conditions, especially in the Blues and the Cascades, cruising into the upper 30s and very low 40s. But I will add, as we continue to navigate into the weekend, we're going to have to watch Sunday night very closely. As that frontal boundary approaches, we could see some near hard freeze conditions where we could be around freezing on Sunday night into Monday. For Saturday's forecast, beautiful weather out there, just a touch below average, but not too bad overall. Saturday's winds a little bit on the breezy side, anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour all across the board. Tri-Cities, we've got 60s on Sunday and Monday with mid-30s Monday morning. That's what I was talking about. We are going to be getting pretty close, especially in the valleys, and then you factor in the higher elevation, you're definitely going to be pretty close there. Yakima, 60s for Sunday and Monday, low 70s in there for the rest of the week. Those low-end rain chances do come back Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for Ellensburg. We'll be breezy conditions here and there with Hermiston as well, noting the breeziness with Walla Walla with 70s and 60s across the board through the next 7 days.
Thanks so much. Still to come, fire erupts at a Chevron refinery in California. My goodness, what fire crews are doing to ensure the safety of residents.
It's a fact of life. Traffic accidents happen no matter how careful we are. If you've been injured, you may lose income, and there probably will be bills to pay. You have some important decisions to make. Why not get some professional help?
Hi, I'm David Smith.
And I'm Tori Smith, local owners of Mattress Depot USA.
We both grew up in the Seattle area.
But unlike our large competitors, we still live in this community.
We do business with local manufacturers from right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, we realize that your top priority is to get a quality mattress at the best possible price. And that's what we do.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Designed to impress, engineered to perform. Shop GE Appliances at Fred's Appliance. Save big on all GE appliances, from dishwashers to ranges, fridges to ovens, and even laundry. You won't find sales like this unless you shop locally. Like this new induction range model, only $11.99. Stop in to explore GE at Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series. Built Ford tough.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads.
Plus, the local expertise to connect you with new customers. Wherever your market is, we'll get results to build your business. Phase 3 Digital. Contact us today. Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts, sponsored by Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, supporting Bikes for Tykes, giving away bikes and helmets to area kids. Click Bikes for Tykes at applevalleyNewsNow.com to see how you can help.
It's a fact of life. Traffic accidents happen no matter how careful we are. If you've been injured, you may lose income, and there probably will be bills to pay. You have some important decisions to make. Why not get some professional help?
Time to check this out. Fire broke out at a Chevron refinery last night in the Los Angeles area. You have to see this video. This is crazy. Fire departments responded to reports of an explosion, but the refinery has its own fire department as well. Crews contained the fire to one area of the facility, but man, look at those flames. No evacuations have been ordered, but nearby residents have been asked to stay inside as the fire could impact air quality. Wow. All right, well, dogs are man's best friend, but for one Colorado climber, his golden retriever is also his best hiking partner. When Jonathan moved to Colorado, he was eager to take his golden, Jackson, out on the trails. They started small, wondering if they could put the state's highest spots in their sights. To climb safely, Jackson got his own gear. He got some booties, a rope leash, and safety harnesses in case he needs to be carried. This September, Jonathan took on Pikes Peak. Jonathan says it's the happy trail of memories left on the mountaintops that will stay with him. Still ahead in our 6:30 half hour, as the holiday season nears, the United States Post Office is informing customers of increasing prices. What you can expect when we come back.
Chiefs, Jags, Monday Night Football at 5 on Apple Valley News Now.
Getting the home of your dreams is easy during the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. Find great deals on sofas, bedrooms, and dining groups. Or get 60 months no-interest financing. The home makeover sale, on now at Furniture Row.
It matters late at night.
It matters when you aren't sure and need someone who is.
It matters when times are tight and saving money can really make a difference.
Thanks so much, Eric. I really appreciate you. Hi, Alex.
Where you get your medicine has never mattered more. That's why we have convenient locations right in your neighborhood with pharmacists ready to get to know you.
Where you get your medicine matters.
It's a 48-hour flash sale today through Sunday at Walker's Furniture, where every item is marked down an additional 20% off already low prices. Or take advantage of 5 years no interest financing with no money down.
Beautiful bedroom sets 20% off. All sofas, love seats, and sectionals 20% off. And all dining sets 20% off.
It's a flash sale you can't afford to miss. This Wednesday through Sunday at Walker's.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Don't miss Downtown Prosser's Pumpkin Palooza. Saturday, October 4th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at City Park. Experience the excitement of the Giant Pumpkin Contest weigh-in. Dive into pumpkin painting and lively seed spitting contests. Feel the joy of the costume fun run and pumpkin bowling, and enjoy delicious treats at the bake sale. Bid on beautifully decorated pumpkins and make lasting memories. Celebrate fall with family and friends at Prosser Farmers Market's Pumpkin Palooza, October 4th.
Locally owned and operated, Fable has quickly become one of the Tri-Cities' favorite dining destinations for lunch, brunch, and dinner. Now offering breakfast 7 days a week starting at 7 a.m. Farm to table, savory to sweet, and everything in between. Fable Craft Bar, your all-day dining destination starting with breakfast at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. On the river, north end of Columbia Center Boulevard.
It's the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And that means 30% off the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or score 60 months no interest and free shipping. The 30th anniversary sale on now at Denver Mattress.
Aligned on Q3 learnings.
Welcome back to what should be a thrilling second half.
Chiefs, Jags, Monday Night Football at 5 on Apple Valley News Now.
A Colorado dentist fatally poisoning his wife by lacing her protein shakes.
Tonight, go inside the stunning case with exclusive access and interviews and the shocking video from inside their home.
She's so sick.
All new 2020 tonight on ABC.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, engines rev and drivers chase a $10,000 prize this weekend. Hear from the racers as the Fall Classic comes to West Richland. Plus, Sean Diddy Combs learned his fate today, what a federal judge sentenced the hip-hop mogul to. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Thanks for staying with us here at 6:30. As always, we do want to go ahead and get you started off with the first look at your forecast as you get ready to plan that weekend. We have Hayden Nix back in with us for Stacy Lee, tracking cool and dry conditions and if they're going to last across the region.
Well, we finally made it to Friday. And we are heading into some much more settled conditions, although we're still going to be battling a little bit of haziness out there, although it has started to clear up in the Tri-Cities area. But so far, tracking very dry conditions. Even some of those showers that we did have earlier in the Blues will have come to an end. Now, for this evening, we do expect to still see a few subtle showers, but it's mainly going to be more focused to the Cascades region. And we'll be watching drier conditions settle in for the majority of the overnight hours for much of the area that you see on here. Planning your evening, we've got readings in the 60s by 6 o'clock, upper 50s to mid 50s by 10 p.m. For all tonight, we will have those temperatures dropping down into the 40s. Some locations, especially near White Pass, could be flirting with some frost-like conditions. And we'll have to watch that closely going into this weekend, especially into Sunday night and Monday. A new front comes in. We could be seeing our first hard freeze being issued. Of course, we'll be watching that and talking more about it coming up.
Hayden, thanks so much. Time now for sports. If you like motorsports, gear up because speeding into West Richland this weekend is the 38th annual Fall Classic hosted by the Tri-City Raceway. Starting tomorrow, the 2025 short track races kick off and will go through Sunday. It features the Northwest Super Late Model Series with a hefty $10,000 prize up for grabs for the winner of Sunday's 200-lap feature. We got a preview of the event earlier today and spoke with two of the racers about what makes the Tri-Cities Fall Classic different from other races. They also spoke about their need for speed.
I used to skydive and snowmobile and all that speed thing. So yeah, the adrenaline, this is takes the cake as far as adrenaline goes. By far.
Speed and getting to go and be the main show for some of the races, not just being like a little sideshow.
Those who attend can expect nonstop action across multiple divisions, including pro late models, hobby stocks, mini stocks, and more. Gates do open early, and fans are encouraged to arrive ahead of time to catch pit access, driver meet and greets, and pre-race ceremonies. Tickets are available online. In national news now, Sean Diddy Combs is headed to prison after his federal conviction on 2 prostitution-related charges. A judge today sentenced the hip-hop mogul to 50 months, more than 4 years, for 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs was also ordered to pay a $500,000 fine, the maximum allowed for the crimes. Combs has been jailed in a federal detention facility in Brooklyn, New York, actually, since his arrest in September of last year. He was convicted of transporting 2 of his former girlfriends to have sex with paid male escorts at drug-fueled parties. A judge acquitted Combs of additional charges of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, allowing him to avoid what could have been a life sentence. The Supreme Court has again cleared the way for President Trump to end deportation protections for hundreds of thousands of Venezuelan migrants. In a brief order today, a majority of justices ruled to let the administration move forward with ending temporary protected status for about 300,000 Venezuelans living in the U.S. All 3 liberal justices dissented. The Supreme Court's decision now makes more people vulnerable to deportation. Looking at your money, sending items in the mail will soon cost a little more. Starting at midnight, October 5th, the United States Postal Service is boosting its prices for the 2025 holiday season. Officials say these adjustments are needed to help deal with the extra handling expenses that come during this busier than usual time of year. Priority Mail Express, Priority Mail, Ground Advantage, and Parcel Select will all be affected. The holiday pricing will expire January 18th. The countdown to Halloween may be getting spooky for your wallet. The Trump administration's tariffs are having a terrifying effect on Halloween prices. CNN's Natasha Chen spoke with retailers who say those higher prices will come with less variety.
We do have a kid one right up here.
For Halloween, Reina Hernandez's 6-year-old wants to dress as Carl from The Walking Dead.
It's just ridiculous. We could not even afford this at all.
This hat would work as part of her son's costume, but it costs $30 alone.
I'd rather just do it ahead of time, little by little, you know, paycheck from paycheck.
The show is starting!
The Halloween and Costume Association says roughly 90% of Halloween products contain at least one component made overseas, most often in China. Because of tariffs imposed on most Chinese imports, suppliers and retailers say this Halloween's products will cost a little more and you'll see less variety.
We're all kind of on edge, but we're trying to stay positive.
Chris Zeffro's business, Trick or Treat Studios, designs and produces all things scary and fun.
Horror is not necessarily Halloween. It's really a lifestyle.
But the real-life horror flick for him has been the overnight jump in cost this year. In April, President Trump increased tariffs on most Chinese goods to a whopping 145%. That made a lot of people cancel production orders right then and there. Then in May, when tariffs on Chinese goods fell to 30%, some production in China resumed, but the stoppage had already caused a delay or shortage of items for the season. All told, Zeffro's tariff bill,
upwards of almost $800,000,
meant he had to lay off 15 employees.
It was one of the worst days of my life.
There's a trickle effect. Importers like Trick or Treat Studios, who design and supply costumes, props, and masks, are paying an extra 30% for everything coming in from China, which they then have to share with their retail customers. Like Phantom Halloween, who then sells the products to customers. And the owner here is also making a tough decision about how much of the extra cost to absorb and how much to pass on.
The majority of kids' costumes have probably gone up $3 to $4. The majority of adult costumes have probably gone up $5 to $8.
Ryan Goldman's family started Phantom Halloween stores in the 1980s.
The idea is to hold as many prices as we can.
Some items made in Mexico, Vietnam, India, or the UK won't see a price hike, but anything involving plastics or textiles is predominantly made in China.
I'm not that political, so we just are dealing with the aftermath of it. And the aftermath isn't pretty.
But Zeffro is clear about who's responsible.
I would love to have a conversation closed doors with Trump, because if you really want manufacturing to come back here, you have to look at why manufacturing left and start there.
Policies and regulations, he says, that have made manufacturing in the U.S. extremely difficult and inefficient. For now, both he and Goldman have stopped bringing in items made too expensive due to tariffs. If it's $150 more for you, how much more is that for the customer?
At least $300. And that's the reason why he didn't get reordered this year.
And there are certain products like 1/6 scale action figures that Zefra won't even produce.
No one's going to spend $400 for an action figure.
The only ones available in his warehouse came in before tariffs.
So what you have here is it?
That's it. Until maybe the midterms.
Spending is still expected to be robust, according to the National Retail Federation. It says shelling out for Halloween items could top a record $13 billion. Still ahead, thinking about cutting back on drinking, we're sharing simple strategies for a successful sober October. And Hayden is coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast. Stay with us.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert weather.
This is Apple Valley Eats.
Ready to shake up your dining experience? Legends Casino Hotel has something for every taste. At Lucky Shots Coffee Bar, it's more than just coffee. Frothy lattes, bold espressos, hearty sandwiches, desserts, and more. Lucky Shots has a winning hand of flavors any time of the day. Join us for our full-service menu, or dive into our legendary buffet options, including our salad bar and a variety of desserts that will have you coming back for seconds. Explore the newly updated food court with so many choices to satisfy your craving. At Fortune's, savor a customized crab boil fit for a king, queen, or joker with all the extras. Try the crab boil with one of our specialty sauces, big enough to share, but don't be slow with your fork. This is good eating. Burger lovers, head to Legendary Burgers. Try the Mount Adams or go classic with fries and a Huckleberry shake. Craving pizza, pasta, and more? Creations has you covered. After that custom-made pizza pie, don't forget dessert. You just gotta try our house-made cannoli. For authentic Mexican-style cooking, Madre's Mexican Kitchen is a must. With fresh homemade tortillas and savory sauces, you will not be disappointed. Try our enchiladas, street tacos, or something new to you. Madre's is sure to bring it home. Whether you're here to dine or unwind, Legends Casino Hotel has a world of exciting flavors waiting for you. Bring your appetite, your friends and family, and let the culinary journey begin.
We are primed for an SEC showdown.
The SEC on ABC, Saturdays.
Saturdays on Apple Valley News Now, sponsored locally by Prosser Orthopedic Center. This is how we care.
What does it mean to be here for good? It means being here for the students who dream and the moments that shape a lifetime of learning. Here for the first day jitters and the walk across the stage. Here for late night study sessions, the aha moments, and the diploma that opens a door to endless possibilities. Here for the classes where curiosity turns into discovery and the mentors who leave a mark far beyond the classroom. STCU, here for good.
Are you ready to revolutionize your career in digital advertising? Join Morgan Murphy's dynamic team at Apple Valley News Now, where innovation meets opportunity. At Apple Valley News Now, we're leading the charge in connected television and digital sales, helping local businesses thrive in today's growing and evolving market. If you're passionate about digital solutions and driving revenue growth, we want to hear from you. Check us out now at morganmurphymedia.com/current-openings to begin your journey.
Car insurance for seniors can be very expensive.
But don't assume that just because you're over 65 that you've got to pay outrageously high rates.
Are you paying too much for your auto insurance? If so, you're just throwing your money away.
Well, now is the time to check on your auto insurance rates.
You may be able to save a lot of money.
So call the number on your screen right now and find out how much you can save.
1-800-825-0861.
Sober October is a global movement challenging people to see what a sober life looks like. But what can 1 month of not drinking do for a person? Mandy Gaither has more.
October may mean pumpkins and colorful leaves, but for some, it also kicks off a month-long challenge to stay sober.
Abstaining from alcohol for even a short period of time can really make a big difference when it comes to our health.
Registered dietitian Sarah Ream with Orlando Health says alcohol puts a strain on the body, and those cocktails can have consequences.
It can increase our risk for cancer. It can increase symptoms of anxiety, depression, even learning problems. And long-term alcohol use can really increase our risk for things like heart disease, hypertension, which is high blood pressure.
Whether you're sober curious and plan to cut back or want to kick your drinking habit altogether, Ream says to set yourself up for success by planning ahead. If you're used to having a drink after work or out with friends, it's helpful to still have something in your hand.
Still have a beverage, but maybe that's a sparkling water or a non-alcoholic alternative to our favorite beverage.
Next, Ream says to still maintain the integrity of the habit, use a wine glass or beer tumbler you're used to using with the non-alcoholic drink. And finally, let your friends and family know what you're doing.
Even getting a buddy to do it with you. That way you have somebody that is there supporting you, kind of going through this journey with you.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The dietitian also says making a conscious effort to cut back on alcohol can also allow your body and mind to reap some benefits.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, as we head into this weekend, drier weather will start to become more the main theme of the forecast, but we're not quite done with those rain chances just yet. Of course, it will become more region specific, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment, but there is a subtle rain chance in there for Saturday. Then more of a widespread dry end note on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, but then as we continue towards the middle and latter part of next week, we start to see an uptick in those rain chances once more as yet another system starts to move into the Pacific Northwest. We'll break that down for you in just a moment. But for tonight's rain chances, mostly dry conditions, especially from the Columbia Basin, the Blues, and also very low in rain chances for the valleys. The best rain chances in the Cascades, of course, as we see a little bit more moisture lifting up along the higher elevations there. Saturday, same story, great rain chances for the Cascades. We start to see that trimming down to 10 to 20% as we go into the Blues, and also less than 10% for the valleys. And then on Sunday, less than 10% for most of what you see there across the board. Let's talk about that weather pattern, shall we, though, because as I mentioned, we are going to still see a little bit of moisture activity for tonight. So putting this into motion, you'll see a little bit of that support. There's a weak boundary that will kind of come in and at least allow for some uplift along the higher elevations of the Cascades for tonight. But as we see a little bit more support, it's subtle, but there may be enough moisture outside of just some cloud cover for some of this to squeeze out as a few raindrops, especially along the Washington-Oregon state line, and they're just southward, hence the smaller rain chances in for Saturday. Then as we continue to move into Saturday evening, we'll still allow for this pattern to set up for some moisture involvement then. And then we'll have a transition phase as we go into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Big ridge of high pressure coming in from Canada, which will allow for us to see more of a settled weather pattern coming in for the start of the week. But as we navigate towards Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we will begin to see another frontal boundary moving in onshore into Canada, then eventually working its way southward into areas of Washington. So we'll be watching that closely. Back to the top of the forecast for tonight, those temperatures are going to be in the 40s for most locations, mid to upper 40s for all of the valley. Then if you go into higher elevations, we are going to see some of these cooler conditions, especially in the Blues and the Cascades, cruising into the upper 30s and very low 40s. But I will add, as we continue to navigate into the weekend, we're going to have to watch Sunday night very closely. As that frontal boundary approaches, we could see some near hard freeze conditions where we could be around freezing on Sunday night into Monday. For Saturday's forecast, beautiful weather out there, just a touch below average, but not too bad overall. Saturday's winds a little bit on the breezy side, anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour all across the board. Tri-Cities, we've got 60s on Sunday and Monday with mid-30s Monday morning. That's what I was talking about. We are going to be getting pretty close, especially in the valleys, and then you factor in the higher elevation, you're definitely going to be pretty close there. Yakima, 60s for Sunday and Monday, low 70s in there for the rest of the week. Those low-end rain chances do come back Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for Ellensburg. Will be breezy conditions here and there with Hermiston as well, noting the breeziness with Walla Walla with 70s and 60s across the board through the next 7 days.
All right, Hayden, looks good. Coming up, we are talking the life of a showgirl as Taylor Swift's new album drops today.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1 hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
Stay tuned to get this knife set free from Granite Stone. Does cooking with your old pans feel like a kitchen battle? Scratches here, stuck on food there, and burnt on debris everywhere. You need to bring in battle-tested pans with armor. You need Granite Stone Armor Max, the revolutionary cookware set with 4 durable layers of ultra non-stick. So slick, virtually nothing sticks. No oil or butter needed. Granite Stone Armor Max is the fast, easy way to make your family 5-star gourmet meals that slide right out. Forged from durable aluminum with a hard anodized exterior, then coated with 1, 2, 3, 4 Armor Max layers to create our most durable ultra non-stick Granite Stone pans ever. In fact, they're 800% longer lasting. They're oven rated up to 500 degrees and come with tempered glass, easy pour and strain lids. Plus, all Granite Stone cookware is 100% metal utensil and dishwasher safe. Look, you'd expect to pay up to $500 for a professional quality cookware set, and you still wouldn't get 4 layers. But during this special TV introduction, you can get the Granite Stone Armor Max set not for $500, $400, or even $300, but for just 5 easy payments of $39.99. And for everyone who orders today, we're going to drop 1 payment. You get it all for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll include this razor-sharp 6-piece knife set free. But this deal keeps getting stronger. You'll get our Armor Max Deep Steam and Fry Pan set yours absolutely free. That's an incredible 20-piece Granite Stone Armor Max set, all for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-560-0523 or order online at buyarmormax.com. So call 1-800-560-0523 or go to buyarmormax.com.
First Alert Weather Radar, sponsored by Idaho Central Credit Union.
Here's what's trending. Taylor Swift is entering her showgirl era. The singer-songwriter's new album is now available on all major streaming platforms. It's called The Life of a Showgirl, and it's also available on vinyl, CD, and cassette. This is Swift's 12th original studio album and her first since she became the owner of her entire music catalog. Usually at Colorado's School of Mines, engineering and math are on the menu. One student, though, has applied his chemical engineering studies to agriculture and produced one giant gourd. Near the center of campus is Leaf Ritter's pumpkin named Eli. He says it's one of the densest pumpkins he's ever grown and possibly ever grown in Colorado. Weighs 1,579 pounds. It's been growing for 13 years. He says he did it to bring smiles to people. And that it certainly does. All right, well, speaking of smiles, your reason to smile when we come back.
Roll into some serious cash this October at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. $50,000 is up for grabs for every winner. Roll the dice to reveal your poker hand, hit a royal flush, and win $50,000 cash every Friday and Saturday. No royal flush? No problem. Every hand wins cash or free play. Then join us Saturday, November 1st for not one but two grand prize drawings with 6 winners. Come roll for the Royal at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, celebrating 3 decades of fun.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
WSUR Tonapalooza Farmers Field. Fly the Northwest Tuesday at 6.
Well, let's get one last look at your 7-day forecasts as we watch this beautiful weekend really settling in. We'll have some cloud cover. As I mentioned, maybe a couple of raindrops coming out of there. It's very low end rain chances, around 10% or less, especially in the valley and the basins. But as we go into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, gorgeous weather. Temperatures just a touch below average for this time of the year. But we got to watch out for Monday morning, though. Those temperatures could be flirting in the frost to freeze range. So we'll have to watch that. Rain chances come back towards the middle and latter part of next week.
Hayden, thanks so much. Time now for your Reason to Smile. Thursday morning sunrise at Sunset Trail. Just a gorgeous shot there. Hey, we'd love to see your weather photos as well. Scan that QR code at the top of your screen. All right, that'll do it for us. Thanks for joining us this evening. We'll see you right back here for the news at 11.